Welcome to the Curriculum Framework for the Oklahoma Academic Standards for English Language Arts. This resource was created for teachers, administrators, and other instructional leaders to support the implementation and instruction of Oklahoma's ELA standards. This work was developed out of a collaboration of ELA educators throughout the state to ensure a clear representation of our diverse and unique population. These professionals included pre-K through 12th grade classroom teachers, district and state instructional leaders, and university instructors. We hope this site will give guidance and support to educators as they work through a thorough and confident understanding of the Oklahoma Academic Standards for ELA. I will be your host on this website tour. My name is Jason Stevenson, and I am the Director of Secondary English Language Arts in the Office of Curriculum and Instruction at the Oklahoma State Department of Education. The web address for the ELA framework is elaokframework.pbworks.com. This is the homepage of the ELA framework. It is divided into three different sections: grade level frameworks, standards, and other resources. We will look at each of the three sections. Before we do that, I want to point out two navigation tips. The wiki button in the upper left corner will always bring you back to this homepage. Also, the little arrow in the upper right corner will hide the side menu. Now let's look at what the grade level frameworks have to offer. We'll start in 9th grade. Each grade's framework page has an introduction on the left and 4 options on the right: objective analysis, student proficiency levels and instructional guidance, literacy progressions, and engagement strategies. In the objective analysis, the 8 overarching standards are broken down into specific objectives. Each objective is analyzed with student actions, teacher actions, supporting resources, and teacher insights. Let's take a look at one. As you can see, all of the objectives are listed, and each one is a clickable link to a unique page. Let's look at 9.5R1. The objective is listed at the top, and there are 4 boxes of information below it. In student actions, statements explain what the objective is asking the students to do. In teacher actions, there are teaching tips and ideas to help students understand the objective. In supporting resources, there are websites, videos, and more connected to the objective for deeper understanding. Finally, in teacher insights, there are definitions, explanations, and tips connected to key terms and ideas from the objective. Let's go back to the home page by clicking the wiki button. Now let's look at student proficiency levels for 6th grade. These proficiency levels describe student skill levels for each objective to help classroom teachers identify levels of student understanding. Beneath the proficiency levels, instructional guidance can be found for the developing, approaching, understanding, and deeper acquisition levels. As an example, let's visit the multimodal literacies in the writing strand. The stair-step chart moves from developing to approaching to understanding and objectives. Students who need the most support with these objectives will benefit from the developing guidance in the chart below. Students who are nearing mastery of these objectives might benefit from techniques in the approaching box. Students who fully understand these objectives can benefit from strategies in the understanding box. Finally, students who can be pushed and challenged with these objectives might benefit from the deeper acquisition box. Also, the objectives in the final column are linked to their objective analysis. Also, the objective analysis pages are linked to their student proficiency level pages. Instead of going back to the home page, let's use the hyperlink at the top of this page to go to the 6th grade introduction. Now let's explore the literacy progressions. These 25 literacy skills develop throughout the course of a student's academic career, pre-K through 12th grade. Each skill is vertically aligned with commentary on how its rigor changes over time. Let's look at thesis claim. Each literacy progression begins with a definition and an introduction. Then 2 columns present the concept. The left column is a vertical alignment of the objectives about this topic. In this case, the concept of a thesis or claim. Anytime the language of the objective changes, those words are bolded. In the right column is commentary on how the objectives are changing and developing along with classroom implications. There are lots of literacy progressions to explore either by yourself or with your PLC. Now we will look at the engagement strategies for 4th grade. There are 4 different pages of engagement strategies depending on the grade band that you teach: early childhood, upper elementary, middle school, and high school. So that was the grade level framework at a glance. The rest of this website is mainly support documents. Here in the middle section, you can find the standards documents in full or by grade level, along with background information, the glossary, and some introductory videos about the standards. In the right column, you will find other resources, including the State Department's Family Guides for pre-K through 6th grades, curriculum maps and pacing guides, and a history of the ELA framework, which includes biographies of all the writers. The engagement strategies and literacy progressions are also accessible from this area. You can provide feedback on the ELA framework here. We value your opinion. Thank you for joining me on this tour.